What makes a great ad? Now, honestly, I think it's ridiculous to think that we can come anywhere close to answering that question in just a few minutes. Nonetheless, I gotta say something because I see ads all the time that are a complete waste of effort, time, and money. And I know this. One, when it's obvious there's no way you can measure the ad's impact. Two, when the ads don't address the customer's self-serving interest. And three, when the ads don't have any of the key elements that I'll be sharing with you here in just a minute. You want to see some staggering figures? Just Google how much money is wasted in advertising. Hey, listen, this is just a cursory overview, a cheat sheet, a couple quick thoughts on the topic. And I'm getting ready to make a bold and contradictory statement. So I want to preface it by saying, if you're currently advertising, keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing. This is critical. For all your business activities, first you optimize, then you innovate. So if you're advertising right now and getting results, stick with it. This is the fuel powering the engine. By optimizing, you do things better, more efficiently, getting better results. The idea is that you optimize first, using the increase in capital and revenue that it generates to fund your innovation, the skunkwork projects, the new approaches, strategies, ideally, the game changers. And in my opinion, there's only one way to improve your ads. That's by testing them. And no one, except the paying client, should tell you what makes an ad effective. This means you test your ads by comparing one headline, for example, against another, by testing one platform against the next, by swapping one single variable at a time to see if it produces a better result. There are thousands of variables you can test, and the winners are, of course, the elements that bring the highest and best long-term sales, the most qualitative clients. Hey, look, I gotta say this. Depending on your situation, ads may be the most expensive way of achieving your goal. Now, I'm not trying to dissuade you from advertising, just the opposite. However, strategic partnerships, direct mail, special events, PR campaigns, referrals, these often prove a superior way to fuel your business, your objective, or your resolve. Besides, the majority of ads only appeal to people actively looking to purchase your product or service right now, which is about 3% of the population at any given time. Factor in the other folks in your industry appealing to this same 3%, and we're talking minimal results, breadcrumbs. To top that off, depending on the product, customers often make their buying decision over a time period of 8 months. This means the random, periodic, occasional ad, or the same ad run consistently without testing, without lead capture, follow-up, or educational basis, is accomplishing very little. Now, if that's not enough, so many people are appealing only to new clients at the expense of focusing on their existing clients with whom they have already heavily invested and established a trusted buying relationship. Ask yourself, how often do small businesses get a new client and then just drop the ball and do nothing more for them? This is such sad and small thinking. And listen, I know nothing about you. I don't know your situation. I don't know your end game. So take this advice lightly. Hopefully, though, I can get you thinking more critically, introduce a few new ideas, expose you to some alternative solutions, help improve your marketing operations and advertising impact. Are you familiar with Remnant advertising? By reducing the cost of the ad, your margins can jump through the roof. How about PI or PO advertising? This is kind of like pay-per-click, but for traditional media. This is how you can pay for results rather than a flat fee or rate. Otherwise, you are paying for the ad whether it works or not. Are you using multiple platforms? If all or the vast majority of your business comes from one source, this is a serious red flag. If that one media platform changes their rules, the prices go up, or any variable changes, this can be a disaster. Picture having only one leg to stand on. When it goes out, you're in trouble. This would be evidence that you're running a campaign rather than a business. If you want certainty, you have to diversify. And when deciding if an ad is worth the cost, look deeper than the money you earn on the first sale. Look at the quality and the lifetime value of the client and all the referrals they generate for you. If you have a solid back end, you can lose money on the ad. You can acquire a client at a loss or break even and still be making a fortune from it. You just have to be strategic. And choose your headline carefully. The headline, the opening statement, the first impression, the attention grabber. This is the most important variable or component of the ad. A change in the headline can yield up to a 2,000% improvement in its effectiveness. Just like the title of a book, a good headline can make or break the ad. Use visuals, closed captions, metaphors, analogies, similes, and stories to increase the potency and memorability of your message. In fact, rather than the traditional ad, the most powerful way to persuade may be to simply tell a good story, then ask for the sale. This will stick in the mind of your prospects. Shape your story by setting the scene, building the characters, introducing a negative setup that leads to a positive climax, then make an irresistible offer. Look, advertising is an endless topic. There is literally no end to the depth, scope, and complexity of advertising. Ultimately, though, it was said 116 years ago that advertising is salesmanship in print. What this means is the next time you hear a great sales pitch, reflect on it, analyze it, break it down into various components. What were the key elements that made that pitch so persuasive? Incorporate those ideas into your ad. Also, you can follow the script of your best salesman or saleswoman, and your ad should be your best salesperson. When it comes to writing a quality ad, one of the most common effective approaches is to follow the AIDA plan. That's an acronym for attention, interest, desire, action. And there are so many different variations, checklists, and elements you can use. I'm only naming a few right here that wouldn't hurt to follow. Every good sales pitch, presentation, or advertisement follows this structure. 1. Create a good headline or opening statement. 2. Set yourself apart. Offer proof to build your credibility. Reverse their risk. Call to action. Offer a bonus. Summarize your offer. Now look at your ad. Have you said something that gets your reader's attention? Have you told the reader why he or she should be interested? Have you explained why he or she should believe what you're saying is true? Then did you prove it's true? Did you list and describe all the benefits of your product or service? Did you tell the reader how to order? Finally, did you tell the reader to order now? When writing your ad, you want to identify your USP. Use short paragraphs, sentences, and words. Don't try to make the body copy either long or short, just make it interesting. Cut out unnecessary repetition. Use testimonials. Use bullet point statements to draw attention to benefits and features. Start paragraphs with "and," "but," "so you see," "however," and drop the warm-ups. You'll almost always destroy your entire letter by starting off with something like, "As a homeowner, you know how the maintenance costs are climbing every day." And finally, stand out. Separate yourself from your competitors as early as you can. Make your appeal unique, important, and urgent. You want to discover, isolate, and dramatize all the reasons for doing business with you instead of someone else. And again, this is just a surface overview, a couple quick tips. It's up to you to consider, ignore, or put these things to the test. That's my 10-minute spiel on the subject. Nothing special, but now I have something far better I want to share with you. It's another 10-minute spiel on how to write an ad, written by Joe Carbo, read by Jay Abraham. You'll have to pull up 2 pages simultaneously, one to read, one to listen to. And you can find the links on the website. Just go to the strategies page, find this video, the links are right below. You can't miss it. Hey look, my name's Parker. I'm an introverted bimodal sophophile hooked on marketing. I've been struggling all my life working dead-end jobs, yet I remain ever optimistic. This is why I study the hell out of marketing, what Peter Drucker considers the one true purpose of every business. And I've been at it for the last 22 years. And I'm just now getting around to creating a website full of ideas, expert advice, and useful information on how you can rapidly scale your business. You can find it at either Innovative Marketing Strategies or ims321.com. There are no strings attached, no opt-in required, no risk at all. All I ask is that if you like it, you tell your friends about it, and if you don't like it, you tell me about it so I can make it better. Listen, if you own, operate, or control a business, you have to get the word out about what it is you do. You have to share your message and tell your story. No matter what industry you're in, you have to do some kind of selling, marketing, or persuading. One way to do this is through advertising. So do yourself a favor right now before life gets in the way and you forget all about this. Go to the website and open up the 2 links right below this video. I want to share a powerful and beautiful way you should advertise. And trust me, it won't be my unknown dumbass self doing the talking. It will be 2 proven, world-renowned experts who have served for decades on the front lines of capitalism, sharing their best advice. Click now, otherwise you run the risk of creating the common, boring, wildly unsuccessful kind of ad that floods our marketplace. Enjoy.